From the daughter of a former WWE Hall of Famer to a young woman who's the fourth generation in her family to step into the ring, these are wrestlers that are children of wrestling legends. Pro wrestling can be a brutal career choice. Budding wrestlers make huge sacrifices, including missing out on time spent with their families and loved ones in pursuit of their dreams. But despite this, many wrestlers' kids grow up idolizing their parents, amazed by their performances, and some of them even end up trying their luck in the ring themselves. Take Teal Piper, for instance. This gorgeous brunette's the daughter of none other than former WWE Hall of Famer Rowdy Roddy Piper. Roddy had a long and illustrious career with the WWE from 1984 to 1996. The Canadian won 34 championships during those years and earned himself the nickname Rowdy due to his character's short temper and spontaneity. Fans all over the world weren't the only ones dazzled by the late Roddy's performances, because 2 of his 4 children have tried their hands at their old man's profession. His son Colt Toombs worked as a wrestler for a short stint between 2013 and 2014, but even more notable is his daughter Ariel Toombs, aka Teal Piper. Teal's carving herself out a successful wrestling career. She made her debut for All Elite Wrestling at the 2019 All Out event, and after that went on to make numerous appearances for Women of Wrestling. Since then, she seems to have freed up her schedule a little, but she's also had matches for the USA Pro Wrestling promotion and Diamond Championship Wrestling. Now, I'm sure old Rowdy's up there proud as heck of his daughter, but he's definitely not the only wrestling superstar to inspire his kids to follow in his footsteps. Former WWE Hall of Famer and 5-time NWA American Heavyweight Champ, Kevin Von Erich is the proud father of 2 sons who were inspired by their father to follow in his footsteps and pursue a career flinging people across the ring. If you know anything about the Von Erich family, then you know it's no surprise that they decided to get into pro wrestling, because the sport essentially runs in their blood. Marshall and Ross Von Erich are Kevin's sons, and both of them are active pro wrestlers. Ross and Marshall made their debuts in April 2012, performing in the World League Wrestling promotion, before eventually finding their way to Pro Wrestling Noah. They've also appeared for Impact Wrestling and now compete in Major League Wrestling, where they held the tag team title for an astounding 438 days. Talk about being cut from the same cloth. These guys are definitely upholding the family name. And when it comes to upholding the family name, no one knows more about that than Bianca Corelli. Bianca's the daughter of the Canadian professional wrestler Santino Marella, who's currently signed to Impact Wrestling and best known for his 11-year tenure with the WWE. It seems like out of all the fans he gained across the globe, Santino's biggest fan was right beside him at home all along. His daughter Bianca decided to make her father's profession her dream as well, making her official in-ring debut in January of 2020. After training at the Crossbody Pro Wrestling Academy, Bianca appeared in promotions such as Northland Wrestling, Coastal Championship Wrestling, and NWA before finally making her way to the WWE in April of 2022. Nowadays, you can find the young wrestler performing in NXT under the name Ariana Grace, where her notable matches have included the NXT Women's Breakout Tournament first-round match against Nikita Lyons, and her NXT Women's title match where she teamed up with Kiana James against Katana Chance and Kaden Carter. Now, while Bianca's definitely lucky to have been raised by one of the best pros around, our next wrestler had the joy of not 1, but 2 of his children following in his footsteps as pro wrestlers. Sam Fatu, or as most fans know him, the Tonga Kid. He has 2 sons that decided to emulate their father's career. Jacob Fatu's the slightly more well-known of the 2 brothers, and currently works in the Major League Wrestling promotion. But did you know that he has a younger brother? Journey Fatu made his wrestling debut in 2016, and started teaming up with his brother Jacob as the comically named Samoan SWAT team. Journey wrestled mostly for the Supreme Pro Wrestling promotion during his early years, before heading out to the independent circuit. He also held the SPW Tag Team Championship with his brother Jacob between April and June of 2017, and he continues to make appearances in the indies, hoping to break out into the big leagues in the future. Another pro wrestler who ended up in a similar position is the son of none other than legendary Hall of Famer Scott Hall. Cody Hall decided to walk the same road as his father and began training with him back in 2010. After completing his training, Cody made his debut in July of 2012 at an independent wrestling event. And from there he went on to perform in the US independent circuit, sharpening his skills till he received an opportunity with New Japan Pro Wrestling in 2015. While in NJPW, he became a part of the infamous Bullet Club faction, but was forced to later leave the promotion in 2017 after being sidelined due to an injury. He then made his debut for Pro Wrestling Noah, where he competed for 2 years before going back to the indie circuit to plan his next big move. And I'm sure he'll get it, considering the immense talent that he inherited from his father. Speaking of inheriting talent, former superstar and WWE Hall of Famer Big John Studd had a son who definitely inherited his talent and his massive size. I guess he wasn't nicknamed Big for nothing. His son goes by the name Big Sean Studd in honor of his father, and stands 6 feet 10 inches tall, weighing a whopping 280 pounds. Despite being a behemoth of a man, Sean still has some huge boots to fill. Big John Studd had one of the most iconic wrestling careers ever, and held the WWE Tag Team Championship, feuding with the likes of Andre the Giant and Hulk Hogan back in the 70s and 80s. Big Sean made his debut on the independent circuit back in 2015. And since then, he's competed in the Reality of Wrestling promotion and MCW Pro Wrestling. Still relatively young at 32, Sean's honing his skills and gracing the WWE ring like his father did before him. Now, if you think Sean has some big boots to fill, imagine being born to one of the most legendary wrestlers and Hollywood movie stars of all time. That's exactly what Simone Johnson contends with, as the daughter of none other than Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Even people who aren't wrestling fans have heard of The Rock due to his successful movie career, and during his time with the WWE, he became one of its biggest faces. Dwayne himself is the son of the late Rocky Johnson, a pro wrestler whose career lasted almost 20 years. So Simone isn't just following in the footsteps of her father, but also her grandfather. That's a big legacy to uphold. Simone started training at the WWE Performance Center in 2020, and after multiple setbacks due to knee surgery, at the age of 21, she was able to make her WWE debut in October of 2022, going by the name Ava Raine. She became the newest member of the cult-like faction called Schism, headed by Joe Gacy. And what makes Simone's debut so exciting is that she's still young, so there's no telling what heights her professional wrestling career will reach. So there you have it, folks. Pro wrestlers garner fans from all over the globe with their amazing physical performances. But sometimes their kids end up becoming their biggest fans and take the extra step to emulate their idols and follow in their parents' footsteps. So, from a young woman who's the 4th generation in her family to step into the ring, to the daughter of a former WWE Hall of Famer, those were wrestlers that are the children of wrestling legends.